the objective of the lecture today. Number one, learn about cross product operation. And then our second objective is about learn about okay. So in this 1 hour, we will cover about cross product operation and also about the moment. So this is our objective for the class today. Okay, so we go for the first objective about the product operation. Okay, cross product operation. Is it here? Okay, for the cross product operation, we talk about moment. We straightforward, yeah? We straightforward because we want to learn about moment. The moment formula is MO R multiplied with F. Okay, this is the formula for the moment. So that's why in this case you need to learn about the cross product operation. R represent the vector position vector, and F is the force vector. Okay. So when we talk about vectors, for sure it have I, J, and K. Direction, yeah. So when we talk about vector, it always have direction, which is I, J, and K. Okay. So now I will teach you first how to do the cross product operation. Okay, so we go for the first objective. I want to teach you how to do the cross product operation. The question is given R equal to this thing and F equal to this Newton. Find the moment. Okay, so you know that the moment equation is R cross product with the F. So for the cross product, firstly, you just label I, J, and K. You need to develop a table. You need to develop the table I, J, and K. So now this is R row, this is F row. For the R, the value of the I is 0.3. The value of J is 7. The value of K is 5. For the force, the value of I is 200. This one, negative 700. And this one is 100. Okay, you just develop a table. Okay, and then from the table, you just add another column, copy whatever have in I. So 0.3 and 200. This is I again. Okay. So now, the moment this one should have in I, J, and K direction also, because this is vector, cross product between the vector, so the moment also in vector form. Okay, vector form. So now, if you want to find the I direction for the moment, you just close I. Okay, you just close I. Because you want to find the I, so you need to close I. And then next to I, you have 7. You need to find a square box after the I. After the I, you find the square box. So you find 7, 5, negative 700, 800. So, in order to find the I value, this is ribbon. This is ribbon. Ribbon. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Ribbon. This ribbon. So, you just use 1 multiply with 2, 1 multiply with 2, and then minus 3 multiply with 4. Okay? 1 multiply with 2 minus 3 multiply with 4. So, in this case, for the I direction, you get 7 multiply with 100 minus with 5 multiply with a negative 700. So 700 plus 3,500 equal to 4200. Okay. This is how you solve the formula. Alright. Okay. So settle for I. We want to do for the J. We want to do for the J. So this is for J. In order to find the J, you need to close J. In order to find the J, you need to close the J. So now you have like 0.3200, 5, 0.3, 100, 200. Which part, left or right, have a square? You can form a square box. K and I, is it? Because this one you cannot form a square, is it? But this side you can form a square. So in this case, you need to use this box. Okay? So once again, when you square a box, this is always 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is it? So you can get, for the K, 5 multiplied with 200, 5 multiplied with 200, minus with 0.3 multiplied with 100. So you get 1000 minus 30, is it? 970. Okay, alright. And then finally, if you want to find the K, you need to close the K. part left or right, you can form a square. Left, right? I and J, is it? So, once again, you form a square, and then you multiply with a 0.3 multiply with a negative 700 minus with 7 multiply with a 200. 210. Yes, 210 minus 1,400 minus 1610. So that's the cross product operation. It's one more thing. If you realize that when we talk about the moment, the force you place along the system or at the end of the system. At the end of the system, yeah. So normally, because when you open the water tap, normally you at the end of the water tap, is it? Let's say that this. Do you put your fingers or your hands along the water tap to open it? No, is it? Let's say this is the handle of the water tap. Normally you put the force at the end of the water tap. So that's why the moment, normally the force at the end of the system. Okay? So that's why when you look at that, it's always at the end of the system. So the system starting from 0, travel up, go left, and go right at end and A. Okay. The question is, find the moment for the system. Okay, the moment for the system. Once again, the formula is moment multiply with the position vector cross product with the force. Okay. So now we want to find the position vector from 0 to A. So you find the position vector from 0 to A in I, J, and K. And also, you need to find the force vector for this system. Because there are two forces, F1 and F2. F1 already is I, J, and K, is it? F2 also is I, J, and K. So, do you think that you need this kind of the question, information in your exam? Do you want to separate your force to I, J, K, or you already want your force in this form? This form, right? It will be easy, yeah? Okay. So since both forces in I and J and K, so for the force you just put F1 plus with the F2. Because it already in I, J, and K. So you can find the total of force F1 plus with the F2. So this why you should also convert to I, J, and K. We have already 3 minutes more. Okay, so the ROA, it travels from 0 to A. So firstly, it travels up. How many distance? 3. IJ, okay? Okay, yes, right. So 3. Positive or negative? And then it travel, go to the left. Which direction? X direction. How distance? 4. For I, positive, negative? Positive. And travel to Y direction. 5, right? 5 positive. Okay. That's how you get the position vector. Firstly, it travel up about 3 meters at the Z direction. And then it travel about 4 meters at the X direction. And then it travel about 5 meters at the y direction. So that's why the position vector you got 4i plus 5j plus 3k. Okay. And then for the force itself, you need to find in I, J, and K. So now F1 plus F2. For the I, for the F1, F2 is 100 plus negative 200. So 100 plus with negative 200. For the I component. For the J component, plus with 120 plus with 250. For the K component, 75 plus with 5. Don't forget the unit is kilo. This unit is in meter. So finally you get negative 100i plus with 130 is 1175. So finally, I need to hurry. I is K. This is R O A. This is F 453. 453. And this is negative 100. 130, 175. And then you just need to add another I. It is 4 with negative 100. And finally, the moment you get in kilo, in this kilo. The answer. Then after that, you compare your answer with the slide. Okay? So as long if you get the same answer, you master the moment. Okay? Master the moment.